today's fast-moving financial landscape, few updates carry the weight and anticipation that we're about to discuss. Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for the latest on currency shifts and global financial developments. As of the current date in the USA, reports are emerging that suggest we may be standing at the edge of an economic turning point that many thought would never come. The whispers coming out of Iraq, once dismissed, often debated, have taken a sharp turn towards certainty. If you've been tracking the path of the Iraqi dinar, redemption centers, or the global reset theories, then this moment may be more than just another rumor. It might be the signal we've all been waiting for. According to sources deeply connected to operational circles within the redemption centers, a critical meeting was recently held. Not your usual strategy update or staff coordination. This is reportedly being described as the final meeting, a phrase that carries unmistakable finality. This wasn't just a status update. It was a defining moment, a signal to those on the inside that the wheels are no longer turning, they're rolling. Multiple individuals with direct ties to various redemption centers, ranging from 6 to 8 per source, have now confirmed that everything is ready. That single word, ready, has sent a ripple through every conversation happening behind closed doors. It doesn't mean planning. It doesn't mean scheduling. It means execution. We're hearing reports that notifications could begin to roll out as soon as this coming weekend, with Monday as the absolute latest. That's not speculation. That's direct, insider-backed information coming from people positioned to know. And the tone surrounding these updates is different. Not hopeful or tentative, certain, measured, committed. The idea of redemption centers has for years lived somewhere between hope and skepticism. For some, they were nothing more than mysterious facilities cloaked in coded language. For others, they represented the last and most essential piece of a long-awaited global shift in economic balance. Now those same redemption centers are reportedly not just operational but standing by. The machinery is humming. The people involved are no longer being asked to wait, but to act. These updates are landing with unprecedented force because they don't just hint at possibility, they suggest finality. Iraq, a nation that has endured decades of war, sanctions, economic collapse, and the burden of global oversight, may be stepping forward with something the world never saw coming: economic redemption. For a nation often defined by its suffering, this moment could redefine it in terms of sovereignty, pride, and strategic importance. This shift is about more than cashing out. It's about restoring dignity to a people who have weathered generations of instability. And it's not just about Iraq. The implications are vast and global. A coordinated currency realignment doesn't just benefit those directly holding dinars. It could cascade through financial systems in ways we've never seen before. The belief in a financial shift has often walked hand in hand with spiritual anticipation, and for some, this moment marks not just a transaction, but a transformation. Skeptics will continue to scoff. That's inevitable. But something has changed, and changed in a way that no longer hides in the shadows of internet forums or fringe economic commentary. In today's world, silence doesn't go unnoticed. It cuts through louder than ever. And this sudden quiet from Iraq, from those embedded in the redemption center networks, speaks volumes. These updates aren't coming from speculative corners. They're surfacing from individuals who've spent years operating in tight-lipped environments. When they finally say, "It's time," that weight carries more than hearsay. It suggests preparation is complete, approvals are in place, and the final green light has either already flashed or soon will. The conversations are no longer about if or someday, but rather stand by. That shift alone is monumental. In a landscape where doubt and delay have been the norm, this break in the noise has captured the attention of those who followed this journey for years. It's not a banner headline, but a quiet undertone, a low rumble that signals the ground beneath us might be shifting. The symbolic heartbeat of Iraq, so often linked with oil, war, and rebuilding, is now pulsing with something unexpected: global financial awakening. From whispered meetings to final briefings, insiders have made one thing clear: this isn't another hype cycle. This is different. Those who understand the mechanics behind the redemption centers recognize that these facilities don't gear up lightly. The coordination, the logistics, the clearance protocols, none of it happens on a whim. And yet here we are, with reports confirming readiness across as many as 8 active centers. That's not coincidence. That's infrastructure moving into position. The idea that notifications may begin as soon as this weekend or Monday isn't being floated. It's being forecast with confidence. If that doesn't warrant attention, what does? Let's be clear, Iraq's redemption is not just an economic term. It's a declaration. After decades of turmoil, there's a quiet power in seeing a nation take hold of its own financial future. This isn't just about revaluation, it's about restoration, and the world may soon see Iraq not as a victim of geopolitics, but as a spark of transformation. That's why people across the globe, investors, believers, skeptics, and silent watchers, are glued to every update, not because it confirms every theory or fulfills every dream, but because something real is finally stirring. The people of Iraq have paid their dues, economically, socially, spiritually, and the possibility that they might now step into financial sovereignty is as inspiring as it is overdue. This global reset conversation has always walked a fine line between faith and finance, but now the scales appear to be tipping. From economic collapse to currency revitalization, Iraq may soon stand not as a cautionary tale, but a blueprint for global balance. Yes, doubt will persist. That's human nature. But so is hope. And when hope emerges from a place that's known so much struggle, it's hard to ignore. The redemption centers may not be part of the mainstream narrative yet, but their silence all these years is precisely what makes this moment matter. Because now, they're not silent. They're signaling. And in that signal lies the kind of momentum that could ripple far beyond the borders of Iraq. So to everyone watching this unfold, stay grounded, be ready. If a call or an email comes, whether today, this weekend, or Monday, you'll know you were prepared. And if not, the shift is still underway. The gears are turning, and history is no longer just being written, it's being activated. As always here on Iraqi Dinar News, we encourage patience and optimism, because change rarely comes with fireworks. It arrives in stillness, in preparation, and in that undeniable feeling that something is finally, truly different. And with that, thank you for tuning in. Stay focused, stay calm, subscribe, and support us here at Iraqi Dinar News. Your continued engagement helps keep the truth alive. Until next time, breathe deep and stay alert. Something is coming, and this time, it feels real.